Welcome back with Cooking with Chrissy Morales. Today I'm going to be making you guys some meatloaf, the way I make it. So you're going to be needing some ground beef, you're going to be needing breadcrumbs, tomato paste, tomato sauce, Parmesan cheese, Worcestershire sauce, ketchup, and this meatloaf little packet, onion, and 1/3 of beef broth. We're going to make it with corn on the cob. You're going to need salt, pepper, and some avocado oil. And for your mashed potatoes, you're going to need potatoes, of course, some butter, sour cream, milk, and I'm using beef gravy. So I'll be showing you all the measurements, exactly what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to get everything together and I'll be right back in a moment. Okay, so now I added a tablespoon of my avocado oil and I'm letting that get warm. It's pretty warm already. Then you're gonna add, I'm adding a whole onion to this pan. Make sure I get all of them here. And you're gonna be adding this into your meatloaf. But I always cook it before I add it in, especially because Fernando doesn't like onion, and I'm gonna try to trick him into eating this meatloaf. Hopefully he doesn't taste the onion. Another thing I forgot to mention is that you need 2 eggs, 2 beaten eggs. I forgot to mention that. Okay, so once you get that all mixed up, you're going to be adding pepper and salt. I have 2 tablespoons of salt, 1 tablespoon of pepper, and you're going to mix that all around. And you want your onions to be translucent, not all the way cooked. You don't want to burn them, you just want them to be translucent. So you're going to keep on mixing around until it is done. It smells so amazing. I like grilled onions or sauteed onions. I don't know what's going on with Fernando, that he doesn't like them. You could also add bell pepper in your meatloaf. I usually do, but Fernando doesn't like bell pepper too, so I can't sneak that in there because he'll be able to see it. So there's no way of sneaking that in. So now I'm gonna keep on stirring until they're translucent, like I said. I'm gonna lower my heat to medium. Just keep on mixing around. See how they're cooking. And like I said, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how to make meatloaf, but I don't know if anyone knows how to make it this way, so that's why I'm showing you guys the way I make it. So there's different recipes. There's even like keto meatloaf. Instead of using the ground bread, they usually use, what's wrong with you? They usually use, instead of using the breadcrumbs, they use pork rinds to keep the meatloaf together. So just keep on mixing around until they're translucent. They're almost done. I'm going to cook them a little bit more because, like I said, I'm going to try to sneak these into my meatloaf because this really gives it all the flavor. Without this, you know, it doesn't have that extra flavor that you want. So I'll keep on mixing around. We're almost done. What's the part?
I sneezed.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. Oh, is it from the salt and pepper that's bothering you?
Yes.
I'm sorry. That is my little Mia. Like I said before, she when she's here, she's the one that helps me record because it's hard for me to do it on my own. I've tried before and it just didn't work. I'm going to try to do it on my own one day to see if I can get the hang of it, but oh, I think I'm about to sneeze now. Oh. Okay, so now, hold on, just a little long. Like I said, I don't want them well done, but I want them translucent also. So they're almost there. Just be patient. I want them all to cook evenly. So they're almost done. And if you don't like onions, you don't have to add the onions. But like I said, this gives it so much flavor to the meatloaf. And then right now we're going to be adding our Worcestershire sauce and tomato paste and chicken broth. I mean, not chicken broth, it's bone broth. Beef broth. I get it from Trader Joe's and it's so good. It's organic. I love it. They also have chicken stock also. Okay, so I think it's time. So now what you're going to do is you're going to turn off your heat and you're going to add your Worcestershire sauce into that. And I use 3 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire. And then you're going to add your tomato paste. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of my tomato paste. And you're going to mix that in there. And then I'm going to use my 1/3 of my broth in there. I'm just going to mix that all around. Mix it until it all dissolves in there. You get it all mixed together. And like I said, you're going to be adding this to your meatloaf. You just have to let it cool down. So right now I'm going to be putting this into my meatloaf, but like I said, you have to let it cool down because you don't want it to cook your meat. And you don't want to burn yourself when you're mixing everything together because you're going to be mixing it with your hands. Well, I'm going to do it with the fork because I wanted to get, fluffy. So, okay. So next I'll be doing the meatloaf mixture. So next you're going to need your 2 beaten eggs. Beat those eggs. Very good. Okay, you're going to use a cup of breadcrumbs. You're going to use this meatloaf seasoning. You're going to use some tomato sauce, and I have 3/4 of a cup. And I know this is weird, but believe me, it's bomb. Parmesan cheese. And now I'm going to get my mixture that has cooled down, put it all in there. Believe me, it's good. You're looking at it, you don't like onions either, do you?
Yeah, alright.
Okay, so once you get that all together, you're going to mix it all around. And I'm going to do it with the fork at first because you want it to be fluffy. You don't want to overdo it. So you're just going to mix it until you get everything full of all the ingredients you just put in there. And I don't add any more salt to this because I already put salt in that mixture of onions and Worcestershire, and then I added Parmesan cheese, and then I added that packet, so that's enough seasoning. You don't want to add no more because then you're going to have a salty meatloaf, and believe me, you don't want that. Okay, so I'm going to keep on mixing here, and then I will show you guys how I put the loaf together. And actually I have 2 pounds here because I have all the kids and stuff here today, so, but you don't have to use 2 pounds. So I'll be back right now and show you guys how I put the meat loaf together. Okay, so now I'm going to be making my loaf. I have all my meat here. It's going to be a big ass meatloaf. So then you're going to form it into a loaf, and it's very easy. But I'm going to spread it out more because I want it to cook evenly. So I'm going to try to spread it out more. Okay. And I wanted to mention I added another egg and a little bit more breadcrumbs because I wanted it to stick together because I have a big old loaf. So it's 3 eggs. Okay, I'm sorry, my camera battery ran out, so I had to put another battery. So I was mentioning that I added 2 other eggs and some breadcrumbs because I had too much meat here, so I wanted to have it stick together. So I added 3 eggs total and probably like a cup and a half of breadcrumbs. So you're just gonna keep on doing this. This was actually my mom's favorite. She always asked me to make this all the time. She would take it to work for lunch and her friends loved it. She was always that kind person that would share her lunch with everybody. So her friends would always be like, can your daughter make meatloaf again? They always wanted my meatloaf. Okay, so I think this is pretty good now. So now after you're done with that, you're gonna put ketchup on top. Ketchup. And I have half a cup here. And what you're gonna do, you're gonna use your hand for this too. You're gonna smear it all over on top of your meatloaf. Just like that. And just keep on rubbing it in. Right on top. Okay, and right now I preheated my oven to 350. And as soon as it's ready, I'm gonna put this baby in there. So I'll be back in a second as soon as my oven is preheated. So now we're putting this baby in the oven, and like I said, I have it at 350. And I have a special little trick for you guys. If you want your meatloaf to be nice and moist, you always get a pan of water. You're gonna be careful I don't spill it. And you're gonna put it right underneath. And believe me, you will never, ever have a dry meatloaf. So meanwhile this is cooking, I'm gonna get my corn ready, get it boiling, and I'm gonna have my potatoes cooking right now. Meanwhile, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I'm gonna be adding my potatoes. I already peeled and cut them in little pieces so that way it cooks faster. And I used 6 potatoes. And I have my other pot cooking, getting warm or hot for my corn. I used 4 corns. I already took the husk off and I washed them. I'm gonna add those in here. I have 4, but I cut them in half so we can have more corn. So I'm gonna be adding them to this pot. Until they're done. So after I get these potatoes and corn done, I will be right back to show you how I mash my potatoes. Okay, so now my potatoes are done, and the way you're gonna know if they're done, you push the little fork in there, like that. This is what you're gonna need. Oh, I just messed up. You're gonna need one of these smashers, sour cream, milk, salt, pepper, and butter. So before I do all that, add my butter. And I like a lot of butter. I don't have the exact measurements for this because I do it to taste. So you'll be adding little by little, and if you see it needs more, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of sour cream. Probably 2. I'll do 2. Then I'm gonna add some milk. And like I said, I just go little by little, and if I need to add more of anything, then I just add it. Now I'm just gonna mash everything together. So I'm mashing your potatoes. This is Mia's favorite. She loves potatoes. And she's never had my homemade potatoes, so she's gonna be in heaven today, huh, Mia? Mm-hmm. So you keep on mashing. And then you see how it gets stuck there? I got some of that butter and sour cream stuck in there. So you keep on mashing. And they're coming out pretty good already. If you still want, you want them really smooth, you keep on mashing, but I still want the little chunks in there. Like little chunks, nothing big. So see how this consistency is? This is what I want. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm trying to hold on to this, but it's super hot. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit more butter. Just a little bit more. Oh, it's getting caught here. I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, next I'll be adding my salt and my pepper. I'm just going to add a pinch for now, and then I'm going to try it for taste. Probably another pinch.
I can try it for taste.
You want to try it for taste?
Maybe.
Okay. I'm going to put the pepper in there. Just sprinkle. You add as much as you want. Just don't overdo it, because then it'll be too much pepper in there. And then I'm going to keep on mashing until I get everything mixed together. I don't think I've ever made mashed potatoes for you guys, not like homemade ones. Okay, so next I'm gonna get a spoon so Mia could test it out for me. See if it needs more salt or anything. Alright, Mia. Hold on, it's kind of hot. Low on it. Careful, it's hot. Oh, that smile. I know that smile already. Does it need any more salt or pepper, or is it just right?
I like it.
Yeah? Okay. So, you're all smiling. You're all happy. I'm just going to try it real quick because I want to make sure. She said it's good, but she loves mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I can never go wrong with that.
Oh, it's perfect. Perfect with the salt, the pepper, the butter, everything. I'm just gonna mix it around a little bit more. Make sure it gets everywhere. And I still have my corn cooking. It's not soft enough yet. You know how corn takes a while. I'm gonna keep on mashing. Are you still licking your lips over there? Okay. So my taters are done. Now we're gonna check on my corn. I'm gonna get my fork. Fingers are dirty. Come on. Butter and salt. Let me get a towel real quick. Okay, now we're gonna check on the taters.
Taters?
I mean the taters, the corn. A little bit longer. Still kind of hard. Stop laughing. And then I'm not gonna do my gravy until, this is my gravy right here. I'm not gonna do my gravy until the corn is done and the meatloaf. Then I'll be making the gravy. So, okay, I'll be back in a second as soon as my meatloaf is done. So now, to check and see if it's done, you're gonna use a thermometer and then you're gonna turn it on, and you want it to be at least 155. Oh, shit. I guess it's really done. Like I said, you at least want it to be over 160, but you see how it's to 183. So it is done now. So next I'm gonna plate it and show you guys how everything comes out. So you can see how I just sliced into it, and it looks so good. Came out so perfect. And you just keep on slicing it, slicing it, slicing it until you got it all sliced. Okay, now I'm gonna be serving it. right now and plating everything, so I'll be right back. Okay, so here we are. We got our meatloaf. You gotta be careful, it's super hot. Now, I'm gonna get the mashed potatoes. Get out of the way, Luna. You're not getting any. I swear, this dog is always right next to me when I'm cooking. She swears she's gonna get this food. Okay. I like to use the little ice cream scooper because it gives you a nice little look to it. Come out of the way, Lou. Okay, now I'm gonna get my corn on the cob. Make sure you drain all the water from it. Now, I'm going to be adding the gravy. Like I said, this is beef gravy. I'm going to add it on top of the mashed potatoes and on top of the meatloaf. Okay, and then for the corn, I'm going to add some butter on the corn, on the cob. I'm just adding some butter. Oops, that part's out.
I'm drooling.
You're drooling? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring it over here. Alright guys, this is my plate of mashed potatoes and gravy, meatloaf in front of the cob with butter. I'll be back next week. Thank you guys for cooking with Chrissy Morales. I'll have another dish for you guys next week. So I'll see you guys soon. Bye.